everybody, Alien here. So there is I guess, new printer that's being pushed out there now by Artillery, and it's the Artillery Sidewinder. And I know they didn't have a great start because they used images from people's prints without getting their permission. But I believe that has been resolved. They apologized and have done things to try to make up for it. And they started looking for resellers, and they approached me to see if I was interested, and I obviously have read what's on their website. I read their tweets, read their Instagram posts, and I can see what they say is great quality and easy to use. But I don't want to sell something that I have not used myself, and so I ordered one. And I did purchase this. They did not send me this, but I bought one, and I'm going to do an unboxing, and I'll do some prints, and I'll show it. And what I'm really looking for is to hopefully get your feedback after my experiences, and let me know if you'd be interested in buying these printers. And if so, I will go ahead and start listing them on my site. I can't remember at this particular moment how much they sell for, but I will look that up and put it later on in the video, at the end of the video, after I do the unboxing and after I do a print, and we'll see how things go. So let's do this. Alright, so in my current setup, I do not have a ton of room, and I'm working on it. But with everything that I have going on with the 12-foot Alien build, my living room is jam-packed with Alien parts and bins of Alien parts. My bedroom is where I'm at right now, where I have my PC currently set up, and it is jam-packed with filament boxes and come on, open. It is jam-packed with filament boxes and samples and all that fun stuff for the UFOs and packaging, and it's just ridiculous. But this is what I got for the moment. Stay open, thingy. Yeah, I'll turn this a little bit. Alright, and now my floor is getting covered with more packaging because that's just how I do it around here. Trying to get all the packaging that easily can be removed out of here. Alright, installation manual, printer settings. Their installation manual is quite short, so I'm guessing this is going to be one of those easy builds where it's partially already built for you. And let's see, I really should have written down the specs for this. I want to alright, so the X max is 300, the Y max is 300, and the Z max is 400. And it comes with a little setup guide for how to set up your slicer. So that's pretty cool. And they actually have listed on here slicer, slice 3R, however you want to say. And then they have the instructions here that say for Simplify 3D, Cura, Repetier Host, etc. I really hope they have included the tools. If not, I think I know where my tools are. We'll see. Read me first. Hazards and warnings: electrical shock, burn hazard, fire hazard, pinch hazard, static hazard. Age warning. Anybody under the age of 18 should not use this printer, apparently. But we know that's not going to happen. So much packaging. Alright, what do we got here? We have... I guess this is for the spooler? Well, fine. Now, if this is for the spooler, which I currently believe it is, I really like it. Because it's not, you know, just the plastic, or it's not a flimsy metal that goes on top. It's, you know, really sturdy. So I think that's a spool holder. And from the looks of it, give me a spool. Where's a spool? Alright, I'll grab this empty one for now. From the looks of it, it's a roller system. It's not one of those where you put a rod through the center. So I think you space these out for the spool. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Let's see here. Let's get all the parts out and get rid of this big box. Make sure there's nothing. Oh, here we go. We got a branded tool bag. So that's pretty neato. Got the USB cable. It does come with the tools, so that's awesome. It's got some, that looks like the LCD screen wiring. What else is in here? So I don't know if this is, obviously it's a thumb drive, but I've seen some printers come with thumb drives where you slide a micro SD card in. But this looks like it's an actual thumb drive, and it's 1 gigabyte. So that's, I like that actually. Anything else weird in here that I should, weird or cool? It's like it's got some spare parts. Not sure what this is yet, but we'll find out. Alright, let's put this to the side for a moment. Power cord in here. Alright, I think that's all the weird stuff that I need to get out of here. Don't see anything else. Alright, box, you're getting tossed. Alright, let's adjust the camera a little bit. It's a bit better. Alright, so it looks like the bed has saran wrap over it. I mean, it's plastic wrap. Doesn't matter, right? And everything is enclosed. And this thing is heavy. Got some cabling coming out here. One thing I'm noticing, if you need to do maintenance on the board or the Y-axis motor, it seems that everything is in this case, and you're going to have to take the whole case apart to work on it. Not necessarily a bad thing. Looks like it's got a micro SD port and the USB drive port. And then on this opposite side here, we've got the USB plug-in. Got a fan that goes across the board. Overall, it so far seems like a pretty well-built machine. Not going to take the plastic off yet. Okay, let me see if... See here, I think this is probably... That's probably where the Z-axis... There's something in there. Probably where the Z-axis... stopper end stop is going to plug into. There's like a little piece of plastic in here. There we go. So yeah, don't know exactly what all these cables were. That's probably an end stop cable. That's probably the... No, it can't be the LCD screen because the LCD screen's built in. I don't know. We'll find out what the heck that is. And then we've got two cables over here as well. Looks like motor, stepper motor cables. Probably for the Z motors. Alright, what did... Oh, there we go. Alright. So this is something interesting to me. Some of you with... I'm assuming this is the direction it goes to. Make sure the cables are out of the way. So what's interesting to me about this, let's get the camera up some. It has this ribbon cable up the axis. Let's steal the camera completely for a second. So it has this cable here, which I'm assuming is going to go up and down the Z-axis, and I see the ping. Come on, focus, dude. Woo. My camera just does not feel like focusing today. But that's kind of interesting. I think that will actually save on the whole problems I've been having with other printers, and that's the cables breaking so that my bed stopped working, and that has been quite an annoyance for me on some other printer that I will not mention at the moment. Where's my clipper? I just had it. My snips. Give me my snips. Seriously, I just had my snips. I'll just use this. Alright, that's a little bit better of an angle, so you can see more of the printer. But as I was saying, what I was doing previously was taking the zip ties that were holding on the axis, x-axis. Let's see. So I really hope there's a way to tighten these belts, because the z-axis belt, or I'm sorry, the x-axis belt is super loose. Oh, where are my snips? Give me a second to find my snips. Snip, 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 where are you, snip? Snippy, Snippy Pooh. I know you're in here, Snippy. I just don't know where. Come out wherever you are. Seriously, I have like 5 snips. And they're never around when I need them. Never. Son of a biscuit. Can't find my snips. But I promise you, after I'm done with this video, the snips will be right in front of my face, because that's just how it always is. You know what? I'm going to razor blade you. Alright. So I'm just going to show you again. It looks like the x-axis is also using this ribbon. I'm really liking that. Really liking that. Now let's figure out how we're going to mount. Alright, we need 4 M445. Goodbye, twist ties. That looks like them. And they have lock washers. Oh, there's 5 of them. So either I have an extra or another one's going to be needed at some point. Now I apologize if the audio on this kind of sucks. I need to get a, what are they called? Lavalier mics? I don't know. They're cooler mics than what I have. Alright, this looks to be the right size. Alright. Assume the position. I know a lot of people tilt these printers. I just like overhanging it. I know when I got my A10M, it was a lot easier to do it this way, to me. There's all 4 screws holding up the tower portion of the printer. Now I like that it uses 4 because I think one of my other printers I put together only had 1 on each side, so there was 2 total. Alright, what we got to do next? Step 2, fix the spool holder to the top of the printer. Adjust width to fit the size of your filament spool. I was correct. This is this. Oh. Be careful you don't lose the nuts. Assuming this is the filament runout sensor. That's neato. Get that in better camera. Hopefully it works on this printer, because again, I had another printer it does not work on. Alright, let's see. We're going to need to move the camera again. Alrighty. So, double check this. Alright, so the bolts go on the motor side like so. Let's double check that, because that doesn't seem to work right. Alright, yeah. Goes on the motor side, according to the images. So this spool thingy, definitely the sensor needs to go on the extruder side. And one issue I had with the length of the wire, as you can see, there's this thing here to hold the wires into the extrusion. It goes out to about right here, which makes the wires too short to reach the filament sensor. So I had to cut this down some so that the wires would go around that way. There's a portion of this, the next part of this video, I'm just going to completely cut out because I'm a doofus and I mounted it the wrong way. Alright, so I believe there's some cables that need to be connected down here. Make sure we don't knock things off our table. Alright, so this looks like it's the filament runout sensor that needs to be plugged in here. And then the cable needs to be pushed down into its little holder. Okay, I really like these ribbons as far as the axis cables. However, there should be an easier way to connect A to B, because this is kind of a pain in the butt. And it doesn't seem to be any kind of clip to hold it in. You just gotta slide it down in there. Now I think it's in there. But definitely needs a better A to B connector than just sliding it in there, because it's the ribbon itself after it ships, you know, it's kind of got some rolls in it, so it's hard to get something with a roll in it into a flat thing. And then we've got the connector for the Z-axis motor, which just slides in, thankfully. So I mean, it's not terrible, but it could be improved. Over here we got our Z-axis motor cable. Just put that in. Still not exactly sure what this is. I bet it is the Z end stop. So we're going to go to step 4. Hey, Z end stop. Alright, you got to connect it to the frame as shown. It does not say that it needs to be at a particular height. I'm going to do some adjusting here. Kind of eyeballed the Z. And this is supposed to go on the opposite side of the motor. Where'd I do? Where'd it go? There it is. So this is supposed to go on the opposite side of the motor. I do not know exactly how high it needs to be in order to okay, that's a little tight, and I need a different hex. What do I do with my hex bag? Oh no! I just had it. I saved it from falling off the table. Or I thought I did. It is under the printer. Alright, so we need another hex wrench. Can't tell if it's the super small one or the almost small one. Let's see. Looks like the super small one. Oh. We're going to loosen this up a good bit. Too much. Alright, so again, I don't know exactly at which point the sensor gets triggered. So I am going to put it up to all the way to the rail. We can always raise the bed if we need to. And I think we're good there. Let's see. Any other weird things? Step 5, connect the Z motors. I already did so. Step... Oh, we're already back to step 1? Wait, what? Oh. Okay. Step 6, connect the X carriage and filament runout sensor as shown in the picture base. Okay, apparently I did that step already. Now see, in this picture, see if I can show y'all. In this picture, and it's going to be too blurry, so I'm not going to show you too well. I'll take a picture of it and stick it in the video. But it shows the cable having a connector, so that there's a connector A to connector B. And unless my cable got ripped out of its connector during production, I did not have a connector. And it's possible the connector is already down there, connected to B, but who knows? And I really, I don't want to do a negative review on this printer, obviously, because I do want to sell them. But I have to be completely honest with everybody. Let's see. Alright, so this one. See, now this one, it has a thing you can lift up to get the wires in there and then push it down to tighten them. The other one did not have that. So now that's connected. It says to connect. Okay, I already did that. Step 7, connect the FCC to the X gantry. That's what I just did. Step 8, adjust the tension of all the wheels on the machine. Try to turn the wheels without forcing them. If the wheel turns freely without much effort, then it is too loose. Okay, apparently that's not the bolt that they're talking about. That wheel's not turning freely, so I think we're good there. That one is a little bit. And I can't remember the name of these type of bolts because I was unaware of them on my A10M, and somebody on Twitter told me I was an idiot. So all those wheels seem to be alright. These ones on the outside are turning kind of on their own. I guess we'll tighten this a little bit. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, I think I was saying, I don't want to give this printer a negative review because, I obviously want to sell them. I want them to do good. This is mainly a is this printer any good? But I want to be honest. I want to give an honest review to everybody. And but honestly, so far, I really only had 2 complaints, and that's the wire by the filament sensor wire that goes under the belt because it can rub on the belt and wear down, and this ribbon clip in particular. The one up here wasn't bad, but this ribbon clip in particular, I think needs some work. Okay, the wheels are tight. For wheels under the build plate, adjust the middle wheel first, then move to the others. I can't even get to the wheels. Let's. It's definitely a super tight fit to get to the wheels, but they all seem to be tight, so I won't worry about that. Step 9, connect the power, turn on the machine and the touch screen, go to tools, heat to preheat, the nozzle bed weight both heated up. Go to tools level, move the nozzle to all 4 corners, adjust the height by turning the knob below the bed. So basically, we need to level the bed, is what they're saying. Let's get this saran wrap off of here. Gonna raise the Z axis. Okay, before we do that though, I need to figure out how to tighten this baby up, because that is not gonna fly. Alright, so y'all aren't gonna be able to see what just happened. So this thing is the belt with the zip strip that's supposed to be held on somewhere in there. I'm gonna have to find where. But from the looks of it, they zip stripped it with the flat end to the flat end, so there was no grip. Flat end should not go to the flat end. Luckily, I have zip strips, and lots of them, colorful ones. Alright, I think we're good. Though I need my snippers. We're just going to have an orange flag for there now. Alright, is everything plugged in? No, this motor's not plugged in. Alright, now I think we're good to go. Let's get this saran wrap off the bed. Now I do like the shininess of the bed. Guessing it's glass. Why put the sticker on the bed? Why? Now I gotta clean goo off my bed. Grr. Plastic peel cord. Alright, where's the power cord? Go into this thing. Back here. What did I do with the power cord? Power switch was already on. My bad for not checking that. But it booted up really quick. So let's see here. Tools. Preheat the nozzle in bed. And then go to level. I'm not going to do that quite yet. I want to level it first. And the touch screen is super reactive, so I like that. We're going to go to first. Don't crash into the bed, 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 don't... Oh, it did not crash into the bed, but I did notice something while looking down here. We're going to go back. Alright, so I found a connector down here. Found a connector down here that's not connected to anything. Alright, now it's in. Theoretically, that could have been something that came loose during shipping. But I need a handy dandy piece of paper. This'll do. Alright, tools, level, first corner. And again, I want to mention, I really, really, really love this ribbon. Really, really love this ribbon versus the cables that are just always everywhere. Alright, I am happy with that. Sorry it took so long, but I wanted to get it right. We're going to go back, and now we're going to preheat. Oh. Go to Tools, Heat to preheat the nozzle in bed. Uh, so I have a min temp on something already. On the extruder. Before I end this video, I want to cut in right quick and give you a little update. I figured out, I think, what the problem was. This ribbon right here, when I saw it, it was wrapped around here and over here somewhere. And I assumed, because it was back here, that it was already plugged into the X carriage. That was not the case, because this ribbon was wrapped around here, and I'm a doofus. So I have the ribbon properly secured in there now, and it was another slide in and clamp down like that one. So yeah, I am going to plug it in and turn it in and just verify that the extruder temp is indeed working. And if it is, I am going to do a part 2 video tomorrow. Hey, look at that. We have extruder temp. So, completely my fault for being a noob and not seeing that other cable. But, yeah. I'll leave it up to you guys. You want me to sell them? I'll sell them. If not, I'm going to contact Artillery, figure out what I can do from here, and I'll make a video part 2. Alright. Thanks, everybody. Peace out. Be excellent to each other. 3D print the world.